Oh well. So yeah, drag your tokens out.
Oh, we're gonna make a new token.
Oh, hey. Wait,
No, I was there.
is that Orbison?
I had to get on the field.
Is Orbison the bartender?
No, that's just the old token. That's the old Orbison token, which is now just the generic
old
dude
Orbison.
token.
Yeah, it's like every time I see it, I'm just gonna think of Orbison.
And why not? He's beloved now.
Yeah,
Yes.
that token brings back warm, fuzzy feelings for me. Because I can see the whole cover in my mind now.
Of a dude being chased down by turtles. Aggressive turtles.
While dragging a woman.
Yep. Everyone
was
else trying to get
obviously
involved in
slowing
fights,
down.
but he's got the right idea. He's getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah. So see a knight who is not wearing the colors we want to see.
Well, to be fair, how it works is simple. If they're wearing blue, they're Cerule. If they're any other type of knight, they're Azael, because it's hard to find pink knights.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, I know they have to be a sale because they have a slight pink.
Yep. So yeah, who all's going?
Well, I will say this. These are just the two I bring. If anyone has asked where it is that we're going, then that's what I mentioned, so it's up to them whether they want to follow or not. It's just those were the two I had brought along. Because I know Rain will be keeping her nose out of it anyway.
Yep, too late for that.
And Malkaran knows how to handle himself should things come to blows.
And so as all heard bar, interesting things happen in bars.
You can lose all sorts of things at a bar.
Yeah, I've learned that. I've been keeping I've been leaving most of my coin at home when I go out drinking now.
You gotta protect the horde.
Yeah. So who's looking after Lorna?
Bufflesworth.
Oh, no.
I would assume if... Wait, did Rook come? He did not come, correct?
Nope.
I
He
would
decided not to
assume
because he was
that
busy melting his mind on a spell.
Rain would have asked very politely for Pufflesworth to be watched by Droop.
I imagine it would have been a half-hearted like he wasn't entirely paying attention.
Oh no, she would have made sure that he was actually communicating.
Interfering with his studies?
Yes, in this case, yes.
See, now we gotta go back to that scene. We gotta hash that out. Would Cornelius allow her? Some
It's either
two-day
that or just... She
dropout
could-
wizard interfere with his apprentice's studies?
I mean, she could just leave Pufflesworth in his room so that Pufflesworth could bite his very wonderful, expensive desk.
Or, you know, I could also see that Droop has spent most of the day trying to write on this thing and said, you know what, take a break.
You could do that. But
That
would you
too.
really?
Yes. Poor kid is under enough stress as it is.
Do you just randomly invite Orbison?
No.
Congrats.
I think that would depend on Castelia. I don't... Cornelius was not going to be inviting congrats.
I'd invite him out.
There we go, then. Might as well bring the token in.
There it is.
Well, no, I just got the effect token sitting on the side here. Just in case.
Oh no, there's just Droop alone with an owlbear and a displacer cat.
Yep.
Oh boy. Well, I mean, worst comes to worst, he can cast Bark Eyes on the
Yeah,
Park eyes.
he'll have time. Sure.
Park vision.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lark vision. Lark vision is still one of the best ones.
Cast Birth
Alright,
Tremors
well.
to save himself.
Ugh.
But yes, as you get to the dirty, dingy streets, dark corners, you realize this is exactly the territory of your brother.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about this reeks of him. And then you get to the bar
Inside.
itself, which looks a large establishment, surprisingly. You were expecting some corner nook that just leads to a very long set of stairs into a basement.
Well, he do like his audience. Walk in then.
It's pretty busy. There's a lot of people here, all assorted. You notice quite quickly there's a couple of what look like some guardsmen just taking a break. There's a few dudes at the... Like, as you just gather around the corners, let's just take it by here. The far corner table, you can see these guys looking like sort of, well, Malgurn would chip in for you. Mercenary work, but very low grade kind of guys.
Not like me. No.
No, not at all. These guys don't even have, a company identity or anything like that. They're just hired hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't that once. No, yeah, I was way above that.
Yeah. Then there's the guards, of course, who are trying to woo one of the wenches. Who, to anyone who has that kind of interest, not bad. Less scabby than the other one. There is, on the far side, some very shady folks at the far tables. Guys in full armor and strange sort of faced helmets with very curved blades and spiraling up points on their spears. Everyone's got their weapons on them. Guys beside them on the nearby table, again. Not a lot of face sitting out, dressed a lot of black. They look pretty burly, though. And they've got one of the premium working girls at their table. You can tell this because she doesn't look like she's been dragged through a puddle yet.
How do you know he's a king? He doesn't have shit all over him.
Yep. And then one of the center tables. Again, mercs. Malgurn, you're able to place these ones because you've heard people talk about them. These are Vigiration mercs. So they come from an eastern kingdom. And the ones up in the far corner there with the grim-looking mask and all, you reckon... People have talked about those ones being the weird Doma mercenaries, so they're from a kingdom more to the south. A desert land that is just very odd. Like, not a lot was talked about them.
Paycheck is all.
Potentially, if you remember. Nearest table, kind of surprising to see a woman in full plate armor with adornment, but it all comes into play whenever you see how her and this mercenary are just sort of leaning over drinks, hand holding, very disgusting in public.
Unacceptable.
Probably not someone her dad would approve of. Far corner, well, far bottom right corner. You think for a moment, is that a fucking dragon? But it's instead an armor suit made of dragon. Beside him is a huge fuck-off sword sitting his height.
What is his height?
His height? 8 foot, from the looks of
8
it.
foot.
He's nearly scraping the ceiling.
Okay.
Don't know if you want to ask someone about a Shadowfell dragon. That might be a good idea.
And Malgurn, as you step in, because you're obviously pointing this out, pointing out the various groups to Cornelius, there's a figure at the bar who turns and the eyes go a little bit wide on seeing you, and it's a hobgoblin.
Oh no. Oh no. This is going exactly where I think it's going, isn't it?
Maybe.
Shin stood in my way. This is all Shin's fault.
Oh wow, was it that far back? I think
Yeah,
that's what,
this is the
where I was.
hobgoblin I'm thinking of.
He stands up off a stool.
Fuck.
There is a air of tenseness on seeing this here. Mainly just because
Yeah.
he didn't seem to be all that welcome anyway.
Yeah, Malgern is tensing up like, I'm gripping my tosser like, if shit goes down, I'm ready to throw down.
He kneels, which
Okay.
feels like an insult to be honest as he gets down to your height, but he does bow his
Yeah.
head.
That's the thing. At first, I would think he's kind of getting on my level, but if he does bow his head, I'm
Yep. Thank you for the chance you gave me.
Was Cornelius there?
Yeah, sort of. You
Yeah.
probably weren't caring about it.
yeah,
but, like,
you were all there.
yeah, my
Yeah.
character was there. I know I wasn't as a player.
This one, I think you were. This was in the beheading clearing. Because don't forget, he let a couple go.
Because I vaguely remember the incident. And Shin got a stick up his ass, so it kind of went south.
I don't think I was there. I think that was one of those where I wasn't in that.
Might have been. Okay, but yeah, Cornelius would have witnessed this. He
Yeah.
saw Malgern fight against a hobgoblin until eventually their dice rolls were so bad that eventually just let him go.
Yeah. We were both just tired. I was just like, fuck this oath. I don't need to conquer it. No.
And then with that done, he rises up to his full height.
Which is, he's taller than me, isn't he?
Yeah. Normal human
Hobgoblins
height.
Human height? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Not that it matters, I just want to put things in perspective.
When you let me go, we saw a different way, and we're doing what we can now. Thank you, sir.
I don't say anything, I just kind of nod appropriately.
I have coin for drink if you want.
I'd like that.
And he gestures to the bar to join him.
Well, so much for the muscle.
Well, he got a better offer. Drink.
Yeah! Not to mention,
Alright.
this guy saw the light and now he wants to buy me a drink. I'm not gonna pass that up.
All right, second set of muscle. Castalia, come up here.
Bring your boyfriend with you.
Just in case.
Yeah, the power couple come forward, and Cornelius is no longer in view.
Pick up the
And then a
shady
dog
people-
just takes up a stool next to me. Yeah.
the shady people just go back to the boss. Yeah, he just never showed up. We couldn't see him.
Yeah, buddy. I'm fine serving you guys. I'm not serving the dog.
Wolfgang's looks slightly disappointed, but understandable.
I mean, technically, he's not a dog.
Don't bring that up too much. It's uneasy.
And as Rain is just standing outside trying to make her dress look tougher.
Oh, oops. my
Hello,
brain had a
good
dump.
friend.
Well, I mean,
Can I
are you still
get a
dressed
drink,
as a
please?
cleric of Kalimvor?
Oh heavens, no. I'm dressed more middle class and dressed nicely, but not.
You say middle
fashionable,
class, I just
kinda
imagine Cornelius
average.
looks at her and goes, "Suits you." Yeah, it's no surprise to you,
She's dressed-
Cornelius, when one of the shady guys gives you a nod of the head, waves you over.
Yeah, just walk over there.
Yeah, I should get us a table. This'll do. Hello, Mr. Sint.
Evening.
Now, private room behind us. Brother's in there, don't you worry.
Oh wait, Are we all supposed to follow him? Yes, we are, aren't we?
I mean, you probably got. I mean, you could also just stand a bit away. That's also fine.
Okay.
Tweak
I
those
thought we were
volunteers.
really going with you.
No, I'll stay at the
It's
bar,
up to
but
you
I'll
what-
keep an
what
eye
you're
over my
thinking.
shoulder.
Like, what is Rain's the thought right now? Like, as such, I haven't given you any instructions.
You're supposed to be okay. I'm coming with you in case things go upside down
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have gone over with. Because one person with him isn't so weird. It's an
Yeah.
entire group of people. It would be weird.
Yeah, imagine the group sort of filtered in a bit.
Like, I'm not going to go over there, but I'm trying to keep an eye over my left shoulder.
Yeah, but
I can't
Hobgoblin,
see shit.
funnily enough, not saying a whole lot, just enjoying a drink. You were really waiting for him to just spill his entire story.
I'm okay with this, though. This is
Yeah.
fine. This is perfect.
Anyway, just knock on the door. We know you're coming. Just him,
Okay.
mind. You can leave a wife back.
Okay. I move and I go back.
Any particular knock or?
Oh, no. Just bang the knuckles. We know it's you. No one dare go in.
Look up and knock
Yeah.
on the door.
And as you enter, you see your brother, of course. You see a myriad of drinks in front of him, empty. You see a very large-horned tiefling man. He's smiling, dressed very casually, but as upmarket as you, just much more open. Not a lot of buttons done up.
Hmm.
And an elven woman, who's very... like, it's all sort of straight angles with her and how she's sitting, very sort of tense, controlled. There's a fair bit of coin on the table, and some cards, and a lot of bottles. The tiefling's the one who speaks up. Have you ever sent... Sit down.
Brother.
Yeah, nice of you to drop in there, Cornhole. Now you see, I've been doing work for our family here, and this gentleman's about to inform us of where we're going to be finding our family label.
See.
Well, that and a few other things, of course. I mean, I can't just give it to you at this point. Oh, no. I mean, I quite understand, of course. There's a method to all this, as he keeps giving you knowing looks. Like your brother, he keeps on looking over at you with a nod, sometimes a slight wink. Just to show
Well-
he's the one in control here, of course, not you. You're an observer.
Well, I assume since I've been invited, I should have thought it would be appropriate if I brought a gift and I pull out the very expensive elven wine.
Oh, very nice. I have 2 bottles of that myself.
Ah, well then, I suppose we could share the bottle here while we're discussing.
Well, I mean, I was thinking of cracking open this. Brings up a bottle, and you get the idea of it.
Yeah.
You've got a feeling that Chateau scent, but the label has been replaced with some fairly hastily sort of horse gum stuck on scripture. On the underside of the label, the holder of the current family. But you know, maybe it's too good to drink just now. Could be an ante, you never know. So, shall we have a little shuffle there where we let the wine breathe?
Most certainly.
Oh, of course, Constantine sent, Cornelius sent. I am Rogan. Milady has refused to provide a name, but she also has a stake in something we'll be talking about tonight.
Well,
So,
is there any way? Is there any particular way I may address the lady?
Lady will do.
Alright, then. As the lady wishes.
And yeah, he starts to shuffle, deal out the cards. It looks very practiced, very comfortable, as you'd expect. However, as you pick up your cards, looking pretty choice. This looks like a pretty strong hand. Constantine? Well, you see him pat things down a bit before he starts shuffling his chair over to yours. So, little brother, I've had to do quite a little bit to sort of get the pot boiling here. It's about time I think you chipped in a bit of a seasoning.
Why, whatever would you mean, brother?
Oh, don't be like that. It's just a couple of coins, just so we can keep going this tape, keep the game going. With the game going, conversation keeps going, and we start to find out what I came here to find out while you're just johnnying about.
What was it he mentioned? Was it 100, 200 gold?
200.
Yeah.
But it's kind of awkward because you have to bring it out in handfuls.
No. I have before then. I had already dragged it out.
There we go.
He's got one of the jars, you know.
Yeah. Spot on. There we go. You're finally doing something for the family. Now, just you follow my lead here, and we'll get a solution to our little question. You do get a glimpse at his hand. It's shit.
I am not entirely surprised.
But to be fair, he's got this practice bravado that you've had to put up with for fucking years. You really couldn't tell if you didn't know him so well. But he had in his hand absolute garbage. Especially with how much he's putting on the table. Like, you gave him 250's already on there.
Yeah. Well, I know that this money is not gonna make any investment whatsoever. They're just not gonna pay dividends.
So, Mr. Cent. Oh, I mean the younger Mr. Cent. Do you prefer Cornelius?
If it will make this conversation easier, I can go down in standards.
Yes, of course. You're so very attached to the family property. To this little wine label. Do you know it's not even rated that well here?
Yes, I've heard so very much.
I imagine it's just some local prejudice, however. I mean, the Black Rose is quite pleasant, but I admit I've had 1 or 2 bottles of this so far, and I have enjoyed them. Quite drinkable.
We all are accustomed to our local flavors, after all.
Indeed. Still wouldn't rate it as one of Neverwinter's finest, but it's an acceptable import.
Oh yeah, so certainly must agree that there are certainly wines that we cannot meet the standards of, but I think overall it is not a bad
So,
vintage.
your brother has been complaining a little bit. It's a bit of a scowl from Constantine here. He's been the one chasing the label, so I'm curious, what have you been doing?
Mostly trying to gain favors to somehow being able to fight back.
Yeah, it's quite an extensive little jaunt out of a city some weeks back. Then there was that time in the slums. Fascinating little adventures. I'm curious to hear about them.
Oh,
There's a few more gold passed on the table from him. Constantine chucks in more, so the lady folds almost immediately.
well, where do we begin?
Well, we'll start with when you left the city in the company of that, what's the right word for it? Caretaker.
Caretaker?
The tall blue one. The one who trims the hedges and grows the trees.
Oh, all right. You're talking about when we left the city with the
Vatican, yeah.
Erdogan, yeah. Nah, I guess. What about him?
Oh, not specifically about him, about your little adventure. What did you get up to? It's hard to keep track sometimes of one's being in the wild.
Oh, it's no big secret, really. It was mostly to help taking care of a blight issue in the forests.
Mm-hmm. More importantly, you may have found a lost group. A few paid-for men that met a terrible little fate.
We didn't count, if you're referring to a certain vine-bound group, then yes.
Yes. It's interesting, really. They had a simple little correspondence on them, but was no longer on them. He's got quite a smile on his face. It's weirdly sincere. You weren't expecting that. You're expecting the kind of grin that says, now you're in deep shit.
Yeah. Yes, that is absolutely true.
Hmm. Something for a souvenir?
Well, more about trying to figure out to whom they might have belonged to so that we could report to who it was, but this seemed a little more clandestine in nature.
Oh, yes. You know, it would almost be worth 100 gold here. As he throws a coin or two onto the pile. Just in case you didn't want to add some of your own. A simple bit of paper has quite the value right now.
That's okay. Just drag it out from the pouch. A couple of more gold coins. Just a few, just not to make it look like I'm shoveling out gold coins out of a magic pocket.
It's a bit of a trick, that one.
Well, it's more that so it doesn't look like
Yeah,
I
no.
have an endless. It's quite
Like you're just having
alright.
the Hucketite, normally. The lady
It's alright.
has unflinchingly got her eyes on you. You're not even sure you've seen her blink.
Well,
She doesn't
she's an
smile,
adult,
doesn't
so
frown or anything.
I only kind of meet her gaze just kind of quizzically and then look back to Rogan.
Alright then. I suppose we should just bump the value up a little bit here. Unless you're ready, Constantine. Oh, I could go all night with this here. It's fine, it's fine. He doesn't even change cards. Another 100 gone. Just sitting there on the table of a pile is pretty fucking high now.
Hmm.
So, maybe an equivalent exchange? I'm not overstating the value of that little piece of paper, it's just could be embarrassing for someone. And this too, as he dangles as he just presses a finger on the bottle and just slightly rolls it on the base. This too is quite embarrassing. To have your family name and legacy owned by someone else.
Hmm.
And you don't even know who.
Yes, I definitely see where we're coming to terms with these.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Castellian Rain, you notice some quiet words are being said to the guardsmen, who finish off drinks and slowly walk themselves out, back on patrol. Constantine, meanwhile, just looks a little flushed for a moment. You know, I've had rather too much to drink. Now, don't pop that until I'm back. I haven't had the family label for a while, so I am just going to the wash closet. Back momentarily. Oh, man, you're large and frightening. Before he enters the kitchen and heads on out.
Yeah.
There's a casual eye given at you, Rain, by the masked man as he continues to walk. You see another mercenary leave after some quiet words. You see the other two gather up their drinks and move to this table. You know, it's a bit rude, but I think we can say he's out of the game.
Yeah.
Yes, not even two pair. I wonder, Mr. Cent, if you're aware of just how much of a spendthrift your brother is.
All too well, I'm afraid.
Yes. Luckily he signed something to that effect.
Oh, I am absolutely certain he did.
Yes. But it's alright. He said you'd be able to take care of this for him.
Hmm.
It's good of you to make it. So, just going to slide this here as he takes the bottle and moves it further away, near to the edge of his side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Currently it's standing at a nice, healthy 20 platinum. By tomorrow it'll be 20 platinum and 100 gold pieces.
I'm assuming he's referring to for giving the information.
No.
Uh,
As he slides out the form, but has Constantine's signature on it, very flourishly, very big.
oh, well, for the money he has lent.
It's amazing how one man can burn through it so quickly. Don't worry, there's plenty more copies of that.
Oh, I'm most certain. You know, you're a lot more thorough than the usual people who usually do these.
I don't know what impression you're getting, but we're not just deck collection. Your brother finally met some of the bigger people. I know exactly where your family label is. I'm happy to give you that information in exchange for... an embarrassment and a bit of compensation. This, however, is a separate business arrangement.
Is he referring to that?
The contract, yeah.
Yeah, the contract is one thing,
And the information is separate, yeah.
yeah.
You also
And it
now
was what?
realize that the
What was
lady
it?
doesn't have both...
What was it? 20 platinum or 200 platinum?
20 platinum.
Okay. So what's that?
That's 10 gold to a platinum. So 2,000 gold. As he said, tomorrow it'll have an extra 100 on it.
Yeah.
You also notice at this time that the lady has retracted her hands from the table. They are now securely under it.
Well, the payment of this contract should not be an issue. Fucking Ico is just moving.
It's my favorite fucking thing of One Night in Frest. When I said the lady of the house was coming, you all fucking scattered like cockroaches.
Yeah. But I'm assuming that this is not what you have the most interest in.
I mean, there's a lot to be interested in with you and your friends.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, I'm settling for that little notoriety embarrassment. It's not mine before you get ideas of pointing fingers.
Oh, certainly would not.
It's just handy to have. And
Does Cornelius actually have it on hand?
yeah, he's got the pouch. He generally carries all your important things.
I mean, I don't have it written on, but yeah, probably. Yeah, I probably imagine that the note would probably be on.
I mean, how many of the rest of you can
Small
fucking read? Peasants.
Well, it's more
No,
that probably do.
read good.
It's more that I don't think he would just throw it into the pile of things. It's a piece of paper with information. Of course, Cornelius is gonna have it on him.
Plus, I think he brought it whenever you're talking to John. At least brought it up.
Yeah, we brought it up. We didn't bring it out though.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Well, much use of it as it is. I have gotten what I want out of this, so I'm certain that we can make a fair exchange here.
Oh, yes, that's entirely the idea of this. How much do we have sitting on the table here? My word, it looks like 450 gold. That's a nice little dent of a contract. It doesn't begin to get towards what you need for this as he rolls the bottle. But a piece of paper can make a much larger dent. It's up to you what you're willing to chip in on. You must have got something jingling in your pockets from that shell. Not as much as
you would
expecting.
believe.
Yes, I've never heard of a kobold that was good at haggling.
Yeah, sadly haven't I neither. But I'm going to assume that the information about the brand isn't going to be a simple monetary value, is it?
If it was, it would be quite a large one, so perhaps an endeavor is more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's up to you to decide, of course.
Well, once I know what the endeavor is.
Hmm. Well, now you see.
I could always ask a man if he wants a drink, and he'd say yes, but of course, drink what is always the question. Could be the finest wine, or it could be raw sewage.
Well, there are two currently interesting jobs right now. There is acquisition and occupation.
Well, let's hear about the acquisition first.
Oh, no, no, no. You choose one, my friend, then you get the details.
When you say occupation, you mean as in taking a job as such, right?
No, as in taking somewhere over.
Ah, okay. Oh, that was more asking the DM and then asking the character.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
wanted
the
to
way
make
he
sure
says it's taking some place over.
Well, real estate has not been our strongest suit, so well, let's hear about the acquisition then.
Mountains to the northeast. Terrible place. Treacherous, not many paths. Not often trekked, either. The orcs don't go there. Funny that, isn't it? The kobolds haven't even gone to the northeast mountains. They've been told not to. Now that should make you interested, shouldn't it?
Most certainly. Haven't exactly heard a lot of good things from the north.
Well, this is still in the borders of Raxis. There is said to be. This is just rumor at the moment. A very powerful magical artifact. Most would say a dragon-slaying weapon. I say it's a wonderful investment. Protected, sealed away maybe, waiting for a chosen one. Who knows at this moment? Could even be sitting on a cliff. Could be buried in some corpse. Now, it's a distant journey, and it's through quite a lot of the current war front. I noticed you've been doing quite a good job so far.
I just want to point out that I sort of have my hands over my head right now because I'm going to find a fucking dragon-slaying weapon that we're going to need, and I have to go to give it away for a stupid fucking wine prize.
Not just that, but as he points out, maybe a bit of war as well. I've noticed you've been keeping out of the local conflict. I'd hope you continue to do the same on the way back and the way towards. And as a little act of grace, you take this job on. This only, as he lays his hand on the contract, only goes up by 100 gold coins tomorrow, and that's it.
Oh, as in, there's no more interest.
Yeah.
Alright,
I have to blame my mother for that one. She gave me the original name of Charity. And I just can't help myself from generous acts.
Cornelius has to hold his tongue to not say, well, I'm guessing you're having your mother's eyes then. Well then. So just out of curiosity.
Be careful of curiosity, it can get expensive. But go ahead.
Well, do you have any idea what my brother would be a hold up after he ran out of the window of the bathroom?
Oh, he'll be very easy to find, I imagine. He doesn't lay low for long. Do you know, quite a bit of this was just to pay off the ones already chasing him.
Yes, I imagine so.
He had only been here for a few weeks and already 2 collectors were chasing him. Local ones, in fact. Even your landlord.
Actually, speaking of that. Ah, never mind. Thinking to myself. Very well, I should see about this acquisition then.
I do hope you can convince your little acquaintances to help out. Although I believe it would be quite a story if a lone man went and did this job.
Yes. It could probably.
So, shall we finish our game here?
May as well.
When the cards are laid down, you're not at all surprised to see he's got a stronger hand by 1 step.
Yeah. I could definitely see the symbolism in it all.
I won't be greedy, however. Here, get yourself a drink as he slides 2 gold coins out of a pile.
That's quite alright. After all, I'll be back soon enough for your payment.
I'm glad you were pleasant about this.
Yours well. Let me say it this way. You're much pleasanter company than my brother.
Oh, of course,
Leaves
he's
it
a
up.
brute. As you open the door, you see the bigger one of the thugs just staring at you. One knuckle cracking after the other.
Evening, gentlemen.
You also glance back in the room to see that a hand crossbow is being uncocked from the lady.
Hang on a second. I thought we were done.
No. As in, she's uncocking it. She's putting it
okay.
away.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because you
I
could
thought
see
the
her.
same thing, so.
Yeah.
And you also get the slightly surreal sight of a dude who is covered in dead dragon having a drink. You see a thin metal straw being put into his tankard and just forced through one of the slits.
Well, I guess that's one way to do it.
And of course, you're not at all pleased to see that quite a lot of people are gone from the pub.
Yeah.
Malgern, you've been having just a nice drinking time. Silence.
Yeah, this is nice. And then Cornelius is gonna show up and fuck everything up.
Well, no, I'm just gonna walk up here. So, you see where my brother went off to?
No, Malgren wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's what he expected. But
I'm-
he sees you
I
sitting there
kind of
drinking.
look up for my drink. Huh? What? Oh, your brother? Oh, I thought he was back there with you.
Well, you missed your chance of punching a nobleman in the stomach. You're lost.
I don't know whether to be disappointed or angry because
Yeah,
I
you
know
actually had a
Cornelius
chance to stop him.
died. Like, I get up off my stool, kind of pardon myself from the hobgoblin as I see my.
If you need help, sir,
Oh, was he gonna say something to me?
we are for hire.
I'll keep that in mind. Appreciate it. If you'll excuse me.
Well,
I feel-
oh,
Was he
okay.
gonna mention the price or what? Something was about to say more.
No, Malgern walked away. He didn't get to hear.
Oh, yeah, because I saw them leaving, so I wanted to catch up.
Yep.
Ah,
Congrats. Glaring across at the hooded men.
Mm,
Tempted. How about you?
Do it. Do it.
mm. No. We don't need to put on a public show.
Comes with VO at times. Not this situation now, but gotta show good being done. That guy at the back though gives me the creeps. As he nods towards the guy festooned with dragonhide.
What is his oath? Just out of curiosity.
You don't know.
You
How
can
to-
ask him.
Yeah. As you
You
run
can
back
talk
through
to
the
him.
door.
Yeah. I bust back in. Hold on, Kurgatz, what's your oath? Thanks, mate. Runs back out.
Well, I mean, it's a good chance to interact.
Yeah, I'll have to keep that in mind. I'll make myself a note.
I guess I'll tell him tomorrow.
Oh no. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we should follow him. This is not intimate little spot. Well, I mean, not for us. As he looks at the daddy issues night. You alright with how this went down?
Mm, No, not really, but we don't have much say in it.
Yeah, family matters.
Best we can do is just give support.
Oh yeah, yeah, no problem there.
Oh boy. Let's see how much that support goes when I've hit.
Woo-wee.
Hey, high roller.
Hey, roller.
And we've hit around our 3 hours, and I think that's a good place to leave off. Unless Cornelius wants to say what he just signed the party up for
Well, Rain did ask.
on the way home.
We can wait because I just want to do the part where
We can wait.
Well, actually, what is more important right now is that he's gonna have to tell him, okay, I'm gonna have to take 2,000 gold out of our coffers.
Cornelius says this to us.
It's 2,000 gold out of our coffers.
Which means it's
Yep.
going to be a team effort here, guys.
Yeah.
We can only take it out in handfuls of 12 to 8.
Yeah.
Sometimes 23 if we're lucky.
Questions. Like, why?
And we're going to be going on an adventure.
Yeah.
Well, we do have actual platinum. You don't actually have to take it out as gold.
Well, I mostly only have gold. I don't have a whole lot of platinum.
No one
Actually,
except
not
you has a
200.
whole lot of platinum, Zarzul.
Yeah.
No, I took my small cut in platinum. Yes, but the rest of it was in platinum as well.
Mm.
I mean, that'll be depending on what covers.
You could always go to a bank and make them very confused.
Well, I will still have to pull them out of the pocket is what I'm saying, so...
Cornelius is the D&D version of that weird person that comes into a bank with like wads of 20s.
Ah, come on, no, he's coming in with all the pennies.
Penny saved as a penny gained.
That's the weird thing, because he's handing in gold to turn to platinum. He's basically pulling out 20s and saying, can I get 50s for these?
Yeah. And the teller is probably thinking, you're one of those people that does work off the books, aren't you? You son of a bitch. Pay your taxes.
On the bright side, you get to go to the party first.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna start by asking by. So, first things. Well, two things. In one case, we kind of got a job.
What did
Yeah.
you sign us up for? Not that I'm mad. I expected it, but what are we signed up for?
Finding a magical item.
There's a
Not least.
strange look on Kagratz's face as he realized he's signed up for this as well now, he guesses.
I'm not Gurn's just looking at him. Me too, bro. Me too.
Well, not
What
exactly.
kind of magical item and where exactly in the Northeast?
Who do I have to kill? Yeah, and then her next question: who do I have to kill to keep?
No, it's just a specificity where... Where are we going to get this magic item and where in the Northeast? When did you hear the
Yeah.
Northeast?
I wonder how long it would take before they realise they left the kobold in the bar.
Everyone just assumed that was natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
we're all just
I
like,
wouldn't
yeah,
question
whatever.
it. It's our Zool, man.
But that is not the part that has the biggest issue. Right now, I'm gonna have to ask if it's okay. I'm gonna withdraw 2,000 gold.
What?
You have
Yeah,
that
seems
much?
like my brother has. Seems like my brother has gotten quite a lot of debt.
Oh.
I'm not
Family.
surprised.
And then the final hammer blow of what the payment is for the job.
Okay. I'm not. I promise I won't get angry, but
No, I'm just saying, like, he's thinking this is the bad news. Oh no, man. The payment for what you're doing on this dangerous quest, that's the bad news.
it gets so much worse. Yeah.
We're all ears. What's the payment?
Yeah, we're making it up with the job, right?
Well, where are we going? I'm guessing there'll be some other piece of value, but to be honest, this is most probably gonna be something of value to me. None of you have been signed up for this. It is only in my name.
I figured that we would be roped into something. It's not the end of the world.
However, from what the information I gathered from this job, I think we might be able to get some more answers about what might be going on here. Call it a hunch.
Have to. It's not evidence.
Is that a bluff check he has to make?
I mean,
No.
if someone wants to roll insight to see how confident he is in this,
Oh no, I actually believe him 100%.
because it's not like
these
he's lying.
people are
It's just,
doing-
does he have a lot of confidence when he says this?
Well, it's mostly when he
Yes,
heard,
do you?
it's mostly when he heard that kobolds weren't allowed to go up there. It gets a little bit interesting.
Sounds like a
And also
nicer
with-
class kind of place. Maybe we're gentrifying.
Well, and also it's up northwards. So, you know, there might be something. And he also said that we have to get a way around orc lines and such. So, you know.
Hmm.
Either way, I wouldn't be horribly surprised. I mean, let's be realistic here. If they're interested in something up that way, they can't walk in and grab it themselves.
No, for
Clearly,
war.
there's something going on.
Hmm.
The war.
Yeah. I mean, that's the initial problem.
Well, let's look back at the tavern. We can discuss this at a later point.
Bright side, at least we'll
Somewhere
have a
else.
chance to do some good on the way.
Mm-hmm. And we might be able to do some good when we get there too, depending on the situation.
Cornelius, you're just looking at congrats and remembering blood and glory. This guy's ready for martyrdom at times.
Yes, let's try. We can be useful, but let's try and also survive.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we'll be back. We'll recount this horrible tale next week.
Cornelius, you son
Next-
of a bitch.
In next episode of Cornelius get the gangs roped into some weird shit again.
The wizard with no sense of right or wrong, just personal opinion.
At least Rain didn't do it this time.
Yeah.
And
This
that's all
time it's
she
the
cares
other
about.
side that did it. Alright, time to hit the button that
if
says
you
stop streaming.